welcome back to the mental health contest. We are back again. It's been a while. Sorry, I have been away, but I am back for good.
You're back.
Yeah, we are back. So my name is Ese, and over here we have
Hi, I'm Adoley.
yes, Adoley is now mental health contest most regular guest. We have to give you an award by the end of the year. You do what you force for me, you force for the contest, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, so today I want to officially announce to you that I am 30 years old. And Adole, you are. So, how old are you now? You see the way she posted it, saying I'm 30. That's what we are come to discuss today, yes. And so Adole and I actually wanted to shoot this video before we turn 30. But it doesn't mean we can't discuss this topic, right? We will discuss it, yeah. So let's get right into the video. Adole, I just want to get from you these past 20 years, you're like from
God,
20 to 29, how has it been like for you?
you have no idea. I wouldn't say it has been, it hasn't been smooth. No, I don't think I would even identify with it as smooth. But because we have to be grateful for the gifts of life, for that I would be thankful for. But aside that, it's been a roller coaster. A 9-year, 10 years roller coaster year. Turbulence. But yeah, it's been very tough for me this time.
Okay, so I'm going to break it down. Your early 20s, maybe like let's do 21 to 24 thereabouts. How did you perceive life?
So you know what, I find it very difficult to remember when I was 21, 20, but I remember
I think this was your
school.
uni time.
Yeah,
When you were in uni.
I remember it was school.
Which school did
So I
you go to?
think I went to GTUC, and so between from 20 to 25, I think I remember when I was 25. 25
Okay.
was significant, but like 20 to 24 in uni years, first year was not really significant like that. But like I remember after first year, so that's probably 21, 20, 23. It was campus ministry years, and I thank God for campus ministry, which held us. But after I left uni, hey, that was when like life will just hit you.
Life was
hit
life.
me. Like now I saw the reality of things everywhere, from work to my spiritual life to family. Everything was shaking. And it's I think I would identify this year as a testing. It was sort of my testing year. I mean my whole 20s. But like that particular year, the years after school were it was wilder than the years in school.
So for me, within the early 20s, you know, when I was 19 and I turned 20, I was so happy. I remember I did a picture, keep calm, it's my 20th birthday. I didn't know. I felt like, wow, like, yeah, I'm finally an adult. Nobody's going to tell me I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. And now I'm in University of Ghana and I'm in Legon, I'm this, I'm that. Those years were also a little bit difficult for me because I was going through my relationship. Like I started my relationship happy. Yeah, I enjoyed it, then it had to end. Then it passed through my head. I got depressed. I didn't even know I was going through depression. Then when did I get diagnosed? I think I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder around that time. And then what even happened? Then I had to find a way to balance school. That time I wasn't working, but like it was more of school, and those were very, like, it was tough because I didn't even think I'll be alive for the rest of the 20 years. I thought my life was over. So now then, have you talked about your mid-20s?
Hey, from 25 was when like from 25 was after school. then that was when like reality set in, where
That's
you are looking for a job. I'm struggling to find one. After school, I didn't really have a career path, and relationships too is like you don't know what is like. I didn't know what was going on in all the aspects of my life. And you know the funny thing, these things affect your spiritual life.
yeah.
No matter how you argue about it, when things are not stable, it affects your relationship with God. So that part was also not stable. So I would say that like between 25 from 25 going was it was like my instability years. They were very, very unstable for me.
Okay, so I think for me, 24, 25, there, but I was doing national service. I was happy because I was away from home. I was getting to teach. My headmistress was wonderful. So I thought, oh, that's how life is. So you always have an employer who will like you, buy food for you, who will let you rest, who will give you, give you like support you and be there for you. So I thought, oh, that's how life is. But it wasn't actually like that. And you are right about the job hunting thing. That's something that nobody prepared us for. Like,
why didn't they tell us? Oh, no, they didn't do. I would bring my school and my family, everybody. They didn't tell us that. See, you have to start securing jobs.
you have to secure the job from the time you are born.
God.
Yes, that I agree with Adoley, because people used to make it look like the moment you go to school, you actually have an upper hand amongst a lot of people in the job market, but it's not really like that. Like, it doesn't matter your degree, you also go and do job hunting. Yes, and then you see people get chosen, you getting rejected, and all of that. People didn't really talk about that. Nobody talks about it because they make it look like school is your guarantee that your life after school will be successful, but it's not like that at all. It's not like that. And the other aspect too is that people, I remember when people were getting married in their early 20s. We all, me, someone like me, I just thought, oh, I'm happy for them, that's fine, you know. First batch of early 20 people, they are getting married. Congratulations.
Video.
We wish them all. Someone like me, I thought, oh, if I'm not in the first batch of people getting married, I'm part of the second batch. My name is there. Second batch of people getting married, that's the mid-20s. Oh, I entered so many relationships in my 20s, thinking that, oh, this is my husband. I see myself walking down the aisle with them. I see my future with them. I know the school our children are going to. Oh, second batch too, we're not part. In fact, I think third batch. When I turned 30, I realized that I'm not part of the third batch. The late 20s people. So it's obvious that what I'm basically trying to tell all of you is that, you know, don't think that because you are in your 20s, certain things have to happen for you because it's happening to others. It might not happen like that. So don't think it's just you, because that's the part of, you know, social media. Everybody makes it look like this happening for this, but you, it's not happening. There are people like Adoley and I who did not experience certain things. But what about you, Adoley? When it came to marriage, people having children, people traveling, and all those, what did you think?
Yeah, it affected me. And you know the sad thing about this whole thing? It wasn't even from just social media. You have family asking you, okay, so what is going on? Who is in your life? You have the society those connected to family, they are asking about, hey, right now you're thinking, you know, how far, what's going on? You know, they are not directly asking you that when I get married, but they are asking you. And it's even more sad when you yourself cry, you don't even know what's going on. So I struggle with that. But I thank God that before I entered my 30s, I could figure that aspect of my life out a bit. It wasn't not really completely, but at least I had that settled. And it was part of one of the prayers I prayed. But I won't lie, it was very it has a way of affecting your mental health. But I thank God we both didn't settle for less because we were asked questions. As for that one, I wasn't Don't even do that.
Yeah.
If you know you're not connected with this person, don't force it.
Yeah.
It won't get anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. You end up marrying someone or be dating someone and you be hurting and suffering inside, and it's just hell on earth that you don't want. Someone like me, almost every weekend, I think this year, wedding.
Hey.
I've gone for weddings and now, like sometimes I go for weddings. I don't even like. I'm telling you, I am not jealous of my friends or family members who get married. I'm actually happy for them. But you see, when you ask me, like what's up? I remember a few years ago I ended a relationship and someone close to our family asked me like, how far, like why aren't you dating, what's going on? Like I almost broke down in tears because it's not like I've not tried. I have tried. There were even times I would pass behind God's back and go and take somebody and pray about it and force God's hand on it. It no way. So if like your relationship is not working, like don't just understand that breaking up, sometimes we as Christians we make it look like breaking up is, it means you are not a serious person or something. Or like why can't your relationships work? Why is it that like every aspect of your life is there's always turbulence or something, but it's just normal that sometimes some things will work for someone, some things will not work for. It doesn't mean you're weird.
And please, our aunties and our mothers and our
Family
aunties who
members.
care, please, I beg you, when people are acting, know when to act and know how to act. I remember there was one woman in my neighborhood. She's actually the only person that I was ever comfortable with her acting. And you know how she would do it. She did it very prayerfully. Like when she sees me, she'll be like, oh, we'll have a conversation. She'll ask me how I'm doing. Then all of a sudden she will just say that, you know what, I'm praying for you. If you do it like that, you don't put any pressure on me. And I really like how she dealt with she asking me how far I'm married. They all know that's what she was acting. But she'll be like, good day, and yes, she and she said it until that happened. And exactly like
Adolescents of the market.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I know. So the thing is that they actually should be very considerate. You don't necessarily have to. You can just say that I'm praying for you all. Don't let pressure. Just say that. That's enough. You will understand the language. So I beg you people should know how to act. Because somebody will ask you and then you will go back and then you will be depressed. You will not be asking God questions like, hey God, why is that?
Am I your stepdaughter? You will ask all those questions. And I mean, even sometimes our own friends, I was going through this period of unemployment. Like, I was the type of person that I'll get a job, I will lose it, I'll get a job, I'll lose it. And I had friends who had a job from national service. So now they are still at the same company, they've risen through the ranks. And if someone like that is asking you, oh, where are you now? You feel like as if you are not serious in life. Do you get it? And there's also this, you compare. It's not that you want to compare yourself to people, but you meet. Like I meet you at Adoley, I meet you at a wedding, then we close. I see the kind of car you are driving. Obviously to go into my head. Or we are hanging out at this place and what you can even see sometimes from the person's look, the phones they are using and all of that. I ask myself, what's going on in my life? You see, so please don't let that pressure catch you. It's very like you can say, oh, me, I'm the type of person pressure doesn't catch me. I don't compare myself to people till it happens to you. I'm like, hey, I actually I'm that type, so I need to take it easy in my life. And there's something I want to address. People think turning 30 is like people use 30 as the, what do they call that thing, baseline or something. Like if you turn 30 and you don't have kids, you don't have a husband, you don't have a house, you don't have a boyfriend, you don't have this, like that's it, like you haven't made it. Who said that 30 thing was what the criteria that we are using? I mean, I don't know who started it, but it's throughout, because when I was turning 30, I was like, I've reached the thing that I didn't want to. I didn't want to be part of the people who get married in their 30s, who don't have kids, who don't have this. I wanted to be, young. My husband will call me the wife of his youth. But 30 is still youthful. It is. Or you didn't think that way. You were okay with your 30. Like, you saw the 30 coming and you were running to hug it.
I think that I try not to think about it.
Yeah.
I try not to tag myself with 30.
So you've never been afraid? Wow.
No, so
confident girl.
Before, this was before.
Yeah.
But when I turned, I try not. I don't identify with it anymore. I just.
You see, it's just a number. It's just a number.
Already too many things are good in life that it's already stressful. It's not now that you come and add the number 30 to it. So what I did to overcome that was that I tried to forget about my age. Remember that makes sense?
Yeah.
Seriously. And I was doing that.
Or just say, like, every year you just turn 29. That's what you just when they ask you how old you are, you just turn 29 every year.
I just try to forget about my age. It has a way of helping your mental health so that it doesn't really go to get to you.
So being 20, I would say that there are some benefits of being in your 20s in the sense that when you are 20, it's like you are young and old at the same time. You have a lot of energy, you have a lot of life. Your view of the world is so, it's like you're broad, you are very pure, innocent and all of that. And you can actually accomplish a lot in your 20s too without, the burden of certain things. Like for me, like this when I was in my 20s, I got to do certain things that I know that probably if I had gotten married, I would not be able to do. Or have children, I would not be able to do. So sometimes I wonder, as I don't have children, I can go out, come back. I don't have to think about some husband or I'm taking care of myself. There are some advantages there, so don't come for us those who don't have husbands and children. Just I've just told myself in this life, everybody has different tracks, and for some people this is their time to do certain things or their time opportunity. Don't say that why is this person it's I've seen that it doesn't make any sense. Even in this world, if you keep a group of people, let's say 5 people in the same house, feed them the same food, cook by the same chef, cook with the same ingredients, the same servings, they will all grow differently. So why would you come for me because I don't have a husband, I don't have children, I don't have a job, or I'm not traveling around the world? And don't come for people like that. Be very, very empathetic. So if you are in your 20s, enjoy it. If you are in your 30s, enjoy it. And if you are in your 40s, live life. God loves you. Have a good time and have a good relationship with God, because I always say it's God that keeps me sane, and God that keeps me grounded. Because if I start to look at everything that is happening, I will not be happy at all. Yeah. It's like Adoley is thinking about something. She has just remembered all the things she has been through in her 20s, the shege she has seen. The heartbreak, the crying. There was a period of time I was just applying for jobs. They would just be saying, we are sorry. It really got to me. I even told a friend of mine that I think I'm not good enough. Because if I was good enough, why would people say this about me? And it wasn't the truth actually, but in life, some people win, some people lose. I mean, that's just life. It's like sports.
One of the highlights, or what I would say that people have to pay attention to is their career life. I don't think we were really told about know the path you want to go into. if we were really told about this, I think some of these job struggles, it would be there, but it wouldn't have been as difficult as it is now. So I mean, if you can do it your own, but I would also advise parents and guardians that they should actually help their children to figure out what they want to do. I didn't get that, but like now I know that I would want to do that for my children. Because if after 29, I didn't really know what I still wanted to do.
Yeah, people
And
find
it's
it
very
hard to
difficult.
believe. They'll think by
didn't.
your late 20s you should know what you want.
No. And I think that really affected me. It also really affected me. I wish I should have figured that thing out earlier. It would have at least straightened my life out in a lot of ways. So that's one of the things I would really hammer on. That please try and figure out your career life. It will really help a lot. It would make the job hunting also very easy. I am still doing that. So it's never too late anyway, but it would be better to do that earlier than later.
Yeah. And it's okay to try different things too, especially if you haven't figured out what you really want to do. I mean, there was a time I was a teacher, there was a time I was working at Gardens, there was a time that, what was I doing? I was a project coordinator. I tried different things, and don't, like, if people don't understand what you want to do, just like do what you have to do, trust God, trust the process, and everything will turn out well. It's never too late. I think the owner of KFC, I've forgotten his first name, but I'll write it through. I think he figured out what he wanted to do, maybe like in his later in life, you know.
Yeah, like
so
very old age.
yeah. So there are people like that. So everybody will bloom at a certain time, at a certain time. So don't like come for people who are not blooming according to what you want. Yeah. So Adoley, any final words?
My final words would be that you have to pray. Like prayer should be. I know that there are sometimes it's very difficult to pray. But even if you can't pray with words, pray in your heart. Just don't never take prayer out of all the seasons and crazy phases in life. Make sure that you have a backbone of prayer, because life is spiritual. You know, there are some struggles that you can avoid in your 20s just by praying. It will set you apart from all sorts of things. So please, let's pray. I'm still holding on to prayer. Those in your 20s, so please hold on to prayer. Those after in their 30s, so please hold on to prayer. Prayer should always be involved.
And I would say that you should prioritize your mental health in your 20s because there are certain things that can affect you, damage you, traumatize you, and all of that, and it will cost you like your life afterwards. So something happened to you in your 20s, and now when you are married, you have children, it can be affecting how you learn, how you think, and all of that. So please prioritize your mental health. There's nothing wrong with seeking professional help. There's nothing wrong with going online and learning from other people who have gone through similar things, or even just taking a step back from something that is troubling you. I mean, there were times I had to end certain relationships. I love this person and all that, but I saw that this thing, it will not work for me. It's damaging me, so it's over, baby. But there was someone I broke up with, but I didn't break up with a watch joint to introduce me to.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm grateful for that. So enjoy the good, and then ignore the bad, and trust God to work all things together for your good. So it's from all of us at the Mental Health Quarters. Bye.